Hello, everybody. This is Johnny Sean hitting you up to give you a little brief synopsis of everybody that's here at the round table with us. This is going to be Truth Talk, and we're just going to open up. We're going to discuss about anything, talk about anything. But our very first topic today is going to be, is this our first time ever doing a podcast, or have we ever done it before? I'm going to take it off. I'm going to start off by saying this is my first time ever doing it. I have never tried it before. I heard about it. I listened to a couple, but I never tried it. So I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do my best just with your help. And, with the Truth Talk, we're going to talk about good, meaningful subjects. We ain't finna get on the all crazy subject. We're going to talk about truth things that people need to listen to and talk about and even discuss sometimes. So for me, this is my very first podcast.
Hey. How y'all doing out there today? This is Big Baby, also known as Shy. And this will be my very first podcast, or even my very first attempt to try to do a podcast. But I feel good about it. I have a lot on my mind and don't mind discussing it. Be it small or big, because they're happening. Small things are happening, big things are happening at a rapid pace. So, we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that, and I'm so happy to be a part of this panel today. We have another guest on here, and she's having a few problems trying to get her little podcast out together on the phone. It don't want her to go live, but we're going to try to fix that. But we're going to just relax, because I know sometimes we can be nervous about being recorded when it comes to doing certain things, and I'm one of those people. But we're just going to try to make ourselves feel right at home and try to feel as comfortable as possible, so that by us going live, we won't have to try to keep it together. Some people try to have to keep their composure. No, I like to feel right at home. That's what I want to do right about now. So y'all just tune in and listen, and let's try to enjoy it.
Well, if any of y'all is there, this is Lady J, and I'm seriously having problems with mine. It won't even let me connect live. We sitting around, we trying to talk, and I'm getting all these different effects and everything, but it's not letting me do anything. So if y'all can help me out. I really do thank y'all. Have a good one.
Well, I feel like this is going to be a great podcast. It's going to be good. We're going to have some open, honest, good discussions, good topics to talk about. We thought about a couple of topics these prior days before trying, working around with the podcast, with the app, trying to get everything together. But I just feel like it's going to be a very open and honest conversation. We have 3 different opinions here, and we have very opinionated people on the panel. So, sometimes it may get a little heated in here, but we're all good. We're all friends. So I just feel like, if you might want to throw just a little brief topic, I know, this is our first podcast. We're just trying to get it together, get things going, get a feel of it. So if anybody got a topic, let's throw one out there right quick to see how we feel about it.
I throw one out there, might hit somebody upside the head.
Well, we don't want nobody to get injured.
So I want to just, ease it in.
Okay, we can ease.
And then everybody can kind of bite it a little bit.
No.
Sound like a baby cub over there. Still working.
So you say we're going to ease in like a little ghost or something? We're going to ghost the question in just a little bit?
It's going to kind of little by little appear.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't sneak up on nobody.
So
it won't nobody be scared and nibble at it.
So this is what we're going to do right here.
Yes, trying to go unnoticed. You feel me?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Trying to be there, but be unaware.
Right.
Make it unaware that you're there.
There you go.
That's how I like to be. I don't like to be the center of attention. You know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes you can start talking about things without actually having a subject. It just all depends.
You can.
Whatever catches you at the moment.
Yeah, and I think I had to upload something first, so we're gonna see if that works, and hopefully I can join it. It's taking a long time to do that, but let's talk about men. You know?
Oh, I'm the only man on the panel.
Yeah, you are.
Well, men, I'm trying to hold up for our own over here. I got two strong opinionated women over here about me.
And it is.
And let's talk. Lady J, you say let's talk about men. Let's talk about men.
I don't know. I was just thinking something. Hold on.
So, what you feel about a man's place or role in marriage?
Well, first we have to all realize that, you know, as far as when it comes, and it still didn't let me do it. As far as when it comes to marriage, you know, you just have to be ready for it. You know, you're going to have your ups and downs in marriage. You know, it's just like a relationship, you know, but it's just men are very inconsiderate. Very. Yeah, I said it. They are. Because they are not an emotional type like women are. They like to, you know, it's good for them to be the man of the household and be the stern one out of the relationship. But at the same time, you know, they also have to learn to be emotional with the woman because, you know, us as women, we very emotional. And y'all, I'm kind of lost for thought right now because I'm still over here messing with mine. That's all.
I want to come in a little bit.
Go ahead.
Say just a little taste. You say that the woman is the emotional one,
Mm-hmm.
and that and that the men should be emotional too. Sometimes. Well, if the men get emotional like the women, then who gonna comfort them? The children?
No, I mean, you know, that's the part of being married. You know, that's the part of marriage. You know, as far as it goes with comforting each other, because you know it's a once you get married, you become one. So therefore, whatever my problem is my husband's problem too. Mm-hmm. Whatever my husband's problem is my problem.
If they share.
Yeah, that's why I said
they need to be a little emotional. If they're honest and open with it,
he can sympathize with his wife.
Yeah,
but he don't need to get emotional.
No, I want him to be emotional. Not saying
you mean
on that.
What do you mean when you say emotional? Do you mean crying and?
No, I don't need no crybaby.
So well,
you explain
that's an emotion.
It is an emotion.
But
when I say emotion,
that's usually what women do.
Yeah, we cry. do. We cry sometimes. We cry sometime, but the thing about it is, when I say emotional, what I mean is have some type of empathy for the lady's feelings also. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, I talk to my husband and I let him know, like, what's big to a man might be small to a woman. What's small to a woman might be big to a man. I mean, well, however you go. Right. You know, my problem, he might look at it like
simple.
Yeah, he might look at it like it's simple. Yeah, but it might be big to me. So if we are on the same level, then I feel like it's more open to communication, because men also have a lack of communication when it comes to expressing how they feel. You know, they can hold stuff in and everything.
That's why they have heart problem, high blood pressure, don't know.
Yeah. They on the inside. And yes, they hold it all in instead of just going head on and talking about it, you know, being open about it. So that's a thing that men needs to work on.
But guess what? And I can see why a lot of men don't come forward and talk with their women about certain things.
And why is that?
Because I've seen firsthand where a lot of women would be down that man's throat and point her finger, and he already going through. Ain't no telling what he going through with on the job. Ain't no telling what he going through with on his side of the family. And then he got his own problem within his own household with his wife and children.
Okay.
And so that extra pressure, and it be seeming like that she should understand, because that's why he left all that behind to be with her and to start something new. And then he don't get that type of support, but he get that finger. You
right.
You right. You know how to make that man feel?
Right.
I don't even know, because I'm not a man, but I can just imagine. Because I've seen
it make him feel low and unappreciated.
What you say?
A lot. I get that.
I've seen this happen.
I get that.
I seen it happen to my dad. I've seen it happen to my dad.
With your mom or with other women?
I've seen it happen to my dad.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And a whole lot of other men.
All right.
I've seen it. I felt sorry for them. And I was a kid, and I was like, man, I don't think I'll ever talk to my husband like that, or a man that I'm dating.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times when I was married, I found myself almost going down that road, and I came to my sense. I was like, I seen this happen before, and it's a terrible thing. When you talk to someone that you love, that you cherish, that you share your body with, and pillow talk and all kind of thoughts, and children with, you two bring life together, and you can't be sensible and reasonable with each other. And to have a decent conversation, to talk, man. I believe hatred be done creeped in when you got to yell and hoop and holler at each other to try to get your point across, or to try to love that person even in agreeing and disagreeing.
Right.
What about loving in spite of?
You right. You absolutely
but we love, right. A lot of times we love because
it's a convenience, or we're comfortable being there. So yeah, and me being a man, I'm guilty of that. I have been guilty of that, of, being with somebody because it's comfortable. I'm good, or I know they're going to take care of this. So, as far, I've never been married. I've never been married. So I, per se, cannot speak on the role of a man in marriage because I have never been married. But I can say that, for me, I don't have a good example of a good marriage because I have not seen it. So it's far from me. I feel like, a man should be there for his family. I mean, if you marry as one. That's what you come as one. Two people come as one person. You're supposed to mesh together. You're supposed to know how to mesh together. You're supposed to know how to communicate, talk, love, disagree, understand all that together as one person. You may not understand the person's way of doing it, but over time you will get to understand why they do certain things, or how they communicate and operate. Everybody's not the same person. So, far as the role for me is that you should be a strong man. You should just be a strong man and be willing to, what I'm trying to say, be willing to sometimes humble yourself a little bit. Sometimes you don't have to always be that lead role. Your wife is your helpmate.
To help you lead.
You're right.
To help you lead and to make sure things operate the way they were designed to operate. But we're fallen. We have fallen. We have failed each other. And it's time to come back to that, because that's the only way a house is going to stand. Because a house that's divided, it's going to fall. If you pulling one way, your belief is something, and he's pulling the other way, and the children, they're divided. They're going to be divided. They're going to be confused. They're not going to know which way to go, who to side with. And so, a lot of times it's not about you, it's not about me, but it's all about the kids that we have brought into this world. I mean, which way they gonna go?
Well, my input on that is that, back in the days, they used to, it used to be said to be like, the man is the head of the household, and they are to work, and the wife is to stay home and cook and clean and stuff like that. But in today's reality, it's really not like that, because in order to survive now in society, the way that society has led us is the wife have to work too in order for them to have a stable home. Because even men that are considered rich, I put that quote unquote, even those type of people, their wives still have to get out there and try to make some money to put up with the living situations that they have placed themselves in. So, and I think a lot of men get that confused and they think back to benefit them. They think back to the old days.